Welcome to the Miners Coffee Podcast, the show where we'll bring you the best of coffee, entrepreneurship, success, and urban lifestyle. I'm Sarah, full-time coffee fanatic, former barista, and now your host. Together, we'll take a deep dive into what makes the Miners and other companies like it stand apart from the rest. We'll look at how businesses grow from an idea you had just before bed into internationally known enterprises. We'll interview the people who lead the charge and learn what makes them tick. And hopefully, by the end of it, you may be inspired to go out and create something from nothing yourself. Hi, we're back with another episode of Chats Over Coffee. This week we're with designer Olena of DLNSK. Think comfy and quality basics for any day, any outfit. So, hi, thanks for joining us today. How's it going?
Thanks for invitation. Amazing. Just kind of nervous for the first time podcasting in English, but I think we'll be fine.
Oh, no worries. I am a native speaker, but whenever I am doing the podcast, it sounds like I'm learning to talk for the first time because I also get nervous.
I think you're awesome, so just no worries about your talking. So
no, you'll be fine too.
Hope so.
We can start off easy. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from? How'd you get started?
Okay, so my name is Olena. I was born in Ukraine, but I'm living in Czech Republic for the last 10 years. Actually, it was anniversary 2 days ago, like my 10th anniversary in Czech Republic.
Congrats.
Yes, thank you. Time flies so fast for me. So I was studying here. I came here for studying, was studying some taxation, then was doing fitness for almost 5 years of my life. And then slowly I become as a designer of clothing, streetwear store. And here we are right now.
Nice. So you were doing fitness professionally, like you were a trainer?
Yes. I was I work as a trainer for 5 years. I always was into sports. I played in a volleyball team for my school, for university, and then after I finished my bachelor degree, I just realized that maybe taxation it's not the job I really want to do for all my life, because I actually started to work in for one company, really like it's a well-known company. I worked there for almost 2 years. And then I just realized that, okay, I actually like this job. I like the mess. I like this Excel and all this stuff, numbers, yeah. Everything. It's like it's really familiar for me. It's like easy for me. But when I was watching all these people who are working in this company for 10 years, for 20 years, I was like, is it my lifestyle? For me, is it something I want for myself for next maybe 20 years? And I was definitely nope. And after that, fitness was in my life for all this period as a hobby. And I was like, okay, what can I change in my life? Like to not sitting in the office, but maybe to move somehow. And then there was an idea to have this certification for the fitness instructor. And actually, it was really fun 5 years of my life. But in the end, I also get bored about it in some moment because it's very, very about routine. All the same, you just get in more clients, you become more successful, you get more money, you're paid by more money, but that's it. You cannot develop yourself for my personal feeling that I'm doing well. That's like this.
Yeah, I also, for my undergraduate degree, I studied medicine because I thought I wanted to be a doctor. And I still really like helping people and medicine and all that. But I also looked at the lifestyle and was not sure that's something I wanted in the long run.
But for doctors, it should be crazy. To live this life, it's something you should be born with. It's not something you actually can learn somehow, because it's like 24/7. So I can understand why you just decided to change it a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I moved to Czech Republic, and I did my master's here in photography, so I changed it a lot. But yeah, I really like how I think the world works now is more of you can do a different job every couple of years. You're not really limited to one career for your whole life.
I have a feeling that actually COVID helped me a lot with this change, because as a fitness instructor, you can imagine that like to work during the COVID was like kind of catastrophe. And that's why we came with the idea that I need to fix it somehow. Then we start our like online fitness programs, and for these fitness programs, we realize that Czech market is in lack of some fitness bands, some equipment for home workouts, and we started, actually the brand started with fitness bands, simply fitness bands, and that was the beginning. So I wasn't like, it wasn't my intention to make the clothing from the beginning. So we start with online fitness programs, which come with the bands, fitness bands. So we built online store, and after that, it in some point just like we add some tracksuits and some leggings, and it became like a more fashion brand than just a fitness store. So that was the story from the beginning.
I guess going into a new kind of space, you had to have probably some influence or inspiration from other designers, if it's something you weren't maybe so familiar with to begin with, or...
For sure, in some case it worked like this, but mainly the brand started with the idea that COVID bring us some comfort clothing. We are not going to the work, we are not going to the offices, and I think before the COVID, everyone just has like, okay, we have some pants, some hoodie. It was just awful. It was some, like, you know, like this hoodie and pants that you never wear, like in normal life. You just can sleep at home, and like that's it. And like cooking some I don't know, some lunch or dinner. So, and in this point, I realized, okay, but people really, like, we're in pandemic, but we still need to look kind of cool, more like stylish, and. The tracksuits was something that on Czech market it was not so easy to find. In the you can for sure you could find something like in Balenciaga or some high fashion brands, but it's not for everyone. And let's say mass market like Zara, H&M. The quality is just not so good. The style is just like not so loose. You just want to have some more like comfort, to have these better fabrics. And in this point, I realized, okay, that something on this market is missing, so we can actually build it. And because I'm from Ukraine, in Ukraine there is a lot of like manufacturing. I knew that we could figure out something with Ukraine, because during the COVID, actually Czech Republic was locked down. Like everything was just closed. It was so boring to be here. And Ukraine that time was doing actually pretty good, better than in Czech Republic, not in terms of cases, but more about like the restrictions, because the government understood that they cannot just lock down at everything, because Ukraine is not so well developed like country in that moment, and they cannot close everything, because people just it wouldn't end up like good for the people. Yeah. So they decided, okay, we leave it like this. There is some restriction, but restaurants, like businesses, was still open. Everything was okay. So actually that time I spent a lot of time in Ukraine, because like it was not possible to live in Czech Republic that period. And when I was there, that idea came to my mind, and just we work on it.
And you're saying we. Did you have a team set in place already?
That moment, it was we as like only me and my husband. So it was we. My team actually, it was just me and I for maybe year and a half. And only after that period, we started to grow in terms of people like around us. So now in our team is 6 people. And we have extra 2, like just freelancers, but they are doing for us like permanently, just as a freelancer, not the part of our team.
And so can you maybe tell me a little bit about your design process? How do you come up with new concepts and ideas? How do you select fabrics, materials?
Right now, it's more like fashion brands that we have a designer that work in our team. So she helps us. Like I came with idea, some references, and she make this idea to become the reality. But before that, because like designers start to work with us like maybe 5 months ago. Before that point, it was only me, my ideas, and maybe my expectation and for the quality, for the fabrics, for the style. So that was something that I designed for myself. And then I just like make it reality. Okay, we have a team in Ukraine that not the team. It's like the manufacturer where we like doing our clothes. They have those people who making patterns, who making the styles. So I just came up with some references, what I want to have as a final product. And they were helping me to make it a reality. And for now, we have a designer for that. So, and how I just make this idea, it's really, really something that I cannot even explain. It's more something that I just like I have a vision, and I just trying to explain this vision to people who work with me. So that is something what is missing on this market. And let's say you can shop something similar in really high fashion brands for like really, really crazy amount of money. And that is something which is not so easy to find in the middle market. So our prices are not so high, but they're not too cheap. They're somewhere in the middle. And I'm sure that our quality is the quality of fashion brands that they are selling. They are like hoodies for thousands of dollars. So, and we are really trying to keep on this quality even with the prices we have.
I mean, I'm wearing one of your shirts right now, as you did, I guess, collaboration with the Miners.
Something like
that, yeah. And I really like how thick they are. I like the cut, like more of like an A-line cut. Are the hoodies like this too?
Yes, yeah? Sure. Like we are mainly like doing just oversized, like some loose fabrics, some loose patterns, really soft fabrics, and that's a core of our brand. So that is something that always inside of our clothing.
Would you say that you would like to branch out into different designs or more colors?
I think for now, our next drop will be next week. And actually, there will be more colors because, it's like funny stories. But from the beginning, our budget for the collection was really low because we did it with our own money. It wasn't some investment or we just did it really basically for our money. And if you are dreaming to have a clothing brand, you probably want to have a lot of colors, a lot of styles, but in the end you realize that to have more styles, to have more colors, it's just so much money to produce all this clothing, because you need to think that once, let's say, one size or one color is out of stock, you need to reproduce it one more time. But the problem is you cannot produce just one color for, let's say, 100 piece, because it's so expensive. So you need to figure out how to like make all these colors to be like every time in stock. How you just like put all the inventories like well done, and that we started with a low variety of colors was not like our identity from the beginning. It was only about the budget.
Yeah,
so
okay.
we didn't have enough budget to have bright colors and then pastel colors. So we just started with something small. And now for sure we are growing. So we have some extra like budget just to have enough space to bring more colors, more styles, like men's collection, women's collection. That's work like this.
And is your husband still helping out?
Nope.
No?
Okay, so he's helping, but I would say he is more helping like mentoring me, because sometimes I just came up with some idea and I need someone to just communicate about it. Is it good? Is it bad? What we should do? And he is someone who is this like person to make all the decision before, like we are making all the like main decision together, and then I'm continuously like just to this operation stuff I'm doing by my own.
Well, it's nice that you have the men's line though, and the women's line, and even a unisex line.
Mm-hmm. Actually, unisex line is my favorite line, because actually with husband from the beginning, always when the new style came to our store, he got one, I got one, but in one moment we realized that our closet is like just full of our clothing, and that is good because we love this clothing, but in one point we realized that we have no enough like storage just to store this old clothing. So now when the new drop is coming, we always just put one, let's say one hoodie in one color for both of us. So we get L size, he can wear it, I can wear it, and so we have just one, not like I have one and he has one, just one for both of us. So unisex is my favorite one, so we can share it.
That's nice. And what's the difference between this line? Is it the cut or?
It's a cut. It's all about the cut. So basically unisex cut is more like men's cut, but men's cut always goes well with the woman body. So it's still, I find it really, really nice. Like because you have this like big hoodies and you just look so tiny inside this hoodie, and you just like, oh, I think it looks really nice. And I think that is something that is like now, oversize I think is everywhere. But in that point that we started, oversize, like even in Czech Republic, oversize was something a little bit bigger than normal size, but we did a really oversized hoodie. So that means that our sleeves was totally like it's longer than it should be. Like the cut of hoodie is much bigger than it should be. And for some people it was like, do you have smaller? And I was like, but actually this is a small one, so we don't have like extra small, this is the smallest. And they're like, but it's for like, it's like too big. I was like, it's not too big, it's like should be like this. But now it works. From the beginning I was even was considering maybe just to make some more styles with some basic cut, like which is more used to all the people that live in here, because we are mainly selling to locals. We are not selling to anyone else. So we now selling in Czech Republic, in Slovakia, Poland, and Netherlands. So this is our main 4 countries, like Netherlands, like just for last half year. But on this market we are like operating. So it's Czech and Slovakia. That was the first one. Those people like got the idea of oversize maybe 1 year ago, like totally, that they fell in love with it, so they are starting to wear it, and our brand become more and more popular because of that.
Yeah, I mean, I love the oversized look. It's just more comfortable.
that is the idea. But still, it's something that now it's common. Everyone is just familiar with wearing oversized. But before, I have a feeling that only like some fashion influencer could wear that. But normal people, for them, that was something that, maybe my, I don't know, colleagues will not get this idea. And like, so now oversize is something which is okay for everyone. Before it wasn't like this, so now it's more time for us.
And how are the leggings?
You can actually visit us. I think next month we will open like a showroom, so you can come and try as well. And leggings are something that was the hardest part in terms of cut, in terms of style. And when we are starting a new collection, there is a process like to have to pick up the fabrics, how we are pick up the colors, like just make this decision. And then the process becomes more like interesting in terms of sampling. So we are doing a lot of samples. And normally, before the drop, the final decision, we can do like 3 to 4 samples. Yeah, let's say in terms of hoodie, like we check the printings, we check the cut, we check the length, like sleeve, all these things about the style. And with the leggings, it was, I guess, more than a year. It took more than a year to make it like perfect, like it is right now. So it was really, really complicated one. And I'm really like excited that we did it. I'm really happy for it. And I was like, okay, now we can just release. And I love this collection, and I'm happy that people also in love with it. And I know that a lot of clients who bought, let's say, in black color, then they come to get another, and they just, okay, that's work.
Yeah, so it sounds like making pants is as hard as trying to buy pants.
You know that.
Yeah, I mean, I love shopping for shoes. I love going to find sweaters or hoodies or stuff like that.
Because it's easy.
It's easy. But pants, oh my God. And especially because I'm short and it's just a nightmare.
That is something, like, I think this is because everyone just has a different body type. And with a, let's say, oversized hoodie or even a normal hoodie, like t-shirt, it's something you can just like style up to your body type. And jeans, leggings, pants, it's something that should just go as it is. So you just need to find your brand that fits you best, and you just go with it.
So you said that this was probably really hard, finding the perfect cut for the leggings, but would you say it's the hardest part of building your brand so far?
I think no. I wish it would be the hardest one, but it's not. I think the hardest is just to control everything, because the brand is something which is not only about the style, it's not about the cut, it's not about your social media, it's not about your web, photos, everything. It's just the mix of all of it. When you got some troubles in one of these areas, it will not work. So it can work only when all these parts are like your marketing strategy, your business model, your money, your cash flow, like everything should be just in one, because you need to be prepared to new drops, you need to be prepared to some issues on the manufacturing side, because it happens, and sometimes it costs you a lot of money, and you still need to control this. So the styles, it's something that all people just go through our web and these designs, I like it or not, and this is something they are like just watching on our as a store, but in the end, the hardest part is inside, and just to figure out how you can put not the minimum efforts, but enough efforts to make all the parts that never seen on the public work for your brand. So it looks like
like you just took a picture of some pants.
It's like
and
it's something you just took the picture
them.
Like in the mirror, and it's just selling. And I have the feeling that now it's really popular business. Like everyone, so many friends of mine are like, can we just talk to you about like how to start the e-shop, like e-commerce? And I was like, are you really like really want to go into it because you need because we saw that like it grows so fast with you. I was like, but really, it from the beginning it was a nightmare because it was really something that I was considering maybe just a hobby. It's not something that will generate you enough income to live, to live the life I want to live. And from maybe like I would risk to say that there was some point that I was like about to close everything and just to make some different style of living and job and whatever.
But you persevered, and
yes,
it seems to be going well.
Sure. It's when you start like to go deeply into this process, you just understand that there is no limit to become better and better, to have more, more customers, more markets. So we still have a place to grow. But that is something I love about this business because I cannot see the end of it. So you can always you can always improve. You can always find a different way to do like some new collections, new styles, new drops, some limits, some go to another market to work with these markets. It's really interesting. It's something very exciting, but it costs you sometimes a lot of money, and not every time it can be predictable. Because sometimes you just in this business you can like say, okay, I'm sure that this product will be just like best selling. We can like produce it like thousands, and in the end this product end up as a like total catastrophe, and something that was not expected to be like so good selling product, it just like bomb and it's selling like so fast.
So that makes it hard but also interesting.
Yeah, that's you never get bored with this business. But as I started with like these people who want to start this type of business, it's you need to be good on very very wide amount of different topics. So you need to be kind of good in marketing. Like sure that some people you just need a good team. That's true. You need a good team.
But when you're small?
Yeah, but when you're small, you're not in the position to choosing like, I want to like a good marketing like specialist. I need to some designer. You don't have money for that because the designer costs money, the marketing costs money, and you still need to you have some budget. I can imagine that some people just don't like, they just got some extra money from the husband or I don't know from whom, but just they have a big budget, and but normally it doesn't work like this. So normally it just you start with something. For sure you have some some money like in the pocket, but it's just limited, and you need to you need to figure out how to grow with this amount of money
and the skills that you have
and in this business you really need to have a lot of skills in different like fields. And let's say you need to figure out how to make this pattern. Sure, I'm not doing the pattern itself, like the cut itself. It's not about it's not my job, but I still need to figure out which one will be good product to be. And also the question is that in the beginning, when you're starting with some design, it will not come next month. So you need to have the ability to predict what will be like popular in half a year. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's really hard to do.
And the biggest companies have people to tell them
for sure, and it's not the one person, it's a big team to predict. For sure, we are not like the luxury brand. They are the luxury brands. I think what makes luxury brands is exactly this, that they are someone who can navigate this market to some point. And as a like mass market, as a medium like value brands, we just follow these styles, make it our way, but still we just follow. Like we create something new, but all trends are still by this
iterations of
that's like that.
And I mean, in streetwear, you see a lot of the same silhouettes, like the oversized look. I mean, I think that's what's interesting about fashion is that it is like just different iterations
For sure. Still
bringing
the same.
things back from the past and doing them again, but in a slightly different way.
That's true. And in terms of the brands and running itself, like that, this running this brand, it's all about the consistency. That you have your vision, you have your style, you can work with it, like you can change it a little bit, but there should be some core inside your brand, and it's your identity. And the identity is something that you actually build in a years. You cannot start with the idea and just follow this idea for like 10 years. It's always improving, it's always changing, and maybe like now brand works for 3 years, and only now I can just describe what is our identity, why we are kind of successful, in terms of where we are right now and what worked for us. But in the beginning I was like, okay, let's try just to do something. And I think a lot of brands, like small brands, like local brands, start the same way. So they have some vision, they have some idea what is missing on this market, but the identity, the core of these brands, yeah.
Since you are wearing all these different hats and performing all of these different roles, what does your daily routine look like? When you wake up?
It's really, really different, like day by day, but I can describe, let's say, for last week.
Yeah, sure.
As I told you before, we have a new drop next week soon. So always it was checking the emails if the production and manufacturing goes well. Nothing just changed. We got all the products in time. The main part just checking the mail, because actually I'm just waking up. And I'm always afraid that I will check my mail and there will be some, we just messed some stuff in the production.
Sorry, but
yeah, and it's something that we can fix it. It always can be fixed, but the problem is that it takes time, a lot of time. And I know that the drop is next week, so we really need to be like in time. Then we have a call with our content creator. So we just discuss, let's say, all we need to post in Instagram, that we need to prepare our followers that there's something new is coming, but still to do it like in a proper way. So they're not waiting for this new drop and not buying the things we are currently selling. So the strategy may be doing some reels, some content, because I still working as a model as well for the brand, not so much, but only for the reels content, because in some way we understood that people who are following us, they are kind of understand the lifestyle that I'm living. The healthy lifestyle, the sport lifestyle, something about traveling, and those things are something that are inside this brand as well. So we decided that we need to keep me inside this brand, at least in some percentage, to show my face.
Your personality.
Yes, inside of it. So then I came to office. Again, check some mails, see if we need to organize some, shooting. Let's say last week was crazy because we had 3 days in a row for shooting for our web content. And then I do some sports. Normally I try to do sports at least 4 times a week. And then home, dogs, and dog family, and just relax, kind of.
I saw, though, that you recently went to New York.
Yes, yeah. Actually, I really love New York. It's my city of power. Like for some people, it's like they say that the power, like spots, are some nature. But for me, it's always about the city. I know I love the city vibe. I love a lot of people. I love this noise. I love just being inside this noise. There's just something that makes me feel like I'm alive. And this is something I miss in Prague. Because Prague is like, it's like some people just love it in Prague, that it's like calm. It's all the same. Nothing is changing. It's still comfortable. You're getting paid good enough. You can live your normal life. But if you are kind of person that really loves to have some some kind of interesting, like just not boring thing, that you can accept some challenges, but it's play for you. It's like a game. And so Prague, in terms of this game, it's not maybe the best place. It's really comfortable to live here, but this is something I missed here. So that's why for me it's really important to travel a lot, to see this like other more noisy, more powerful, more, I don't know how to say it, but just like these big cities that are that gives you some inspiration, some power, some influence, and you just can feel this power of city that is inside, I'm missing in Prague.
I mean, I don't mind to visit New York. It's a vibrant, bustling city full of culture, good food, unlimited opportunity, and things to do. But I don't think I've worked I lived somewhere else and would just go to Brooklyn like a couple times a month. And this was so much more manageable for me, because living in this place
it's so expensive
would be just, like cripplingly expensive. And I think, at least for me, I couldn't enjoy it. Like, I can't go out to eat and pay $50 and just feel okay about it, especially now that I've lived here for a while.
And you realized for what money you can like live, for what expenses you need to have a good life. And in New York, it's like, I don't know, like not even twice. I think it's like 10 times more, could be, for sure. Just like some living, because we also met some friends who were living in, some of them was living in Ukraine, some of them were living in Czech Republic for many years, and they moved to US. Some of them living in New York, and some living in San Diego. And in those who are living in New York, they're happy about the city. They're enjoying this like noise, this atmosphere, but all were telling the same, that this is something you want to experience, but probably you cannot stay in this city for all your life, because you just got so nervous because of your job, because the family, because this amount of expenses you need to have in this city. For sure, you earn a lot of money, but mostly all this money just
goes away.
Goes away. You even not like noticing like those money in your bank account. It's just like not nowhere. You're just living here. You're just spending like all you have just to live in this city good life. So that's why like this city is good for vibe. This city may be good for me to visit like for 1 week, maybe for 1 month. I'm considering like to go there more often, maybe like for some, like just to my personal inspiration, just to have these vibes and to feel this city and to get this energy, but definitely not to live there.
Do you travel mostly for pleasure or for work or for both?
I think for both. That trip to US was mainly for my holidays, but our next step, one of our next step will be also selling to US market. So all people we are talking to, we have some friends, we met some people who also were running the brands inside the US. So we also get some like business meetings inside of like in San Diego, because we are looking for possibilities how to sell there, but this is something totally different to European market. It's something totally new, and that's why we are still building this strategy how to bring our products to their market, so those people can see this value. Because the like US, it's more about like Amazon. You can buy anything, and tomorrow it will be delivered. And it's about like fast. It's like they're buying more, but they have so many products, and you need just to build this strategy how to just convenience, like to bring the feeling to those people that this product is something they really need to have, and like in this
There's
variety.
So many options.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think in Europe, especially in Czech Republic, this is something that we are really excited about. That here you don't have so many like people who are doing the same. So here we kind of like not the only one. I don't want to say that for sure. We have some other like competitors, but in US this number is really high, and on one hand I just enjoy it, because when you have a lot of competitors, you have something drive for doing something new, just to beat everyone and just to be the first one. But still, you like if you lose, that will cost you a lot of like money and a lot of your time and efforts. That's why we are preparing for it.
Yeah, big risk, but hopefully high reward.
Yes. Yeah. But that's the game. That's the rules.
America is the land of choice. Like if you go to the grocery store, you can just see from like the cereal aisle that there are 40,000 different cereals that you could choose from.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And actually, as a person that is very indecisive, I kind of love not having.
But you was born
options.
in America. How you can be like this?
It's overwhelming, I think. But it's also like I don't necessarily love the like culture that drives people to have to work 24/7, fast fashion, like unlimited choices. Like morally, I think about it. I'm like, I don't know how I feel. But growing up in this environment, it's hard to separate yourself from it then. Like whenever I first moved here and I went to the grocery store, I was like, there's only like 5 options. So, I mean, I think there's pros and cons to both, obviously. Like it's great to have so many different things to choose from. It probably depends on your personality. For me, I would be paralyzed with indecision and would never actually buy anything. I would just probably go home. So
actually, that is something really interesting, because we also was testing how many colors, like let's say for one hoodie, we should have, because once we got only 3 colors. It was actually easy, and it was selling like mainly the same numbers for each color. But when we add some extra color, extra, people were just like sometimes messaging us, I cannot decide which color I should buy. And I was like, oh my God, it seems to be a problem. Because if like in the end, as a business owner, I just want my product to be sold and to like people to wear it, to enjoy it. But some people are like, for 1 week, I'm just cannot choosing the right color because you have so many like good colors. And I was okay. So we need to find this normal number that is like we have good options, but it's still not too much.
Yeah.
So we need to be somewhere some balance. Some balance. So now we are like kind of like to have 5 colors for each product. And that works the best, because when we had more, that was a disaster. And actually, that is something that worked for us, that we create some clothing that can be buy once, and you just can wear it for a year, 2, 3. Once it just like really unwearable anymore. This is something as our big advantage, that people just telling us, I bought your hoodie and I'm just wearing this hoodie. I don't need anything else. I'm just don't buying some fast fashion hoodies, because I still know that, okay, this is simple, this is some basic stuff, oversized, it goes well with anything in my closet, in my closet. And I enjoy it because I have just one hoodie, one favorite hoodie, and you just go with it. Same with t-shirts, same with leggings, and people just love it.
And that gives you longevity, it's nice that, I think one of the strategies of fast fashion is that people are constantly buying, but it's in the short term. And if you can produce quality products that people really enjoy, they'll keep coming back to you for years and years and years.
And they actually keep buying even the same products because I had one girl, she is working as a tattoo master, and she was she got some ink on her pink hoodie. And she came to our store and I need just the same hoodie. I was like, okay, but maybe you can buy. Actually, she just was messaging Instagram, come on, buy some. And I was like, oh, she was, no, I just need this one, and I want to have my pink hoodie back. So that means that once, she just got it inked, and it cannot be washed. So she bought another one, the same one, totally same hoodie, just because she know that this product is fits her needs and everything just for this hoodie.
It's like dads buying the same New Balance tennis shoes every 2 years.
Nike, Adidas.
This is a great customer.
Yeah, I love these customers who's coming back every time.
US market, a showroom maybe in Prague, a new drop next week. Anything else you want to tell us about coming down the pipeline?
So
that's a lot.
We have a lot of it's enough, but for sure we are preparing one line of clothing which is not in a sport style. So this is something is coming. Something is cooking, but it still needs some time. I think by the start of the spring season it will be out. So hopefully it's still a lot of job in front of me, but I think we will do our best just to drop it this spring.
Cool. Well, it all sounds really exciting. And like I said, I only have one t-shirt so far, but I would really like to get a hoodie. I would like to try the leggings. I can vouch for the quality it feels really nice. I've washed it 3 times and it hasn't shrunk.
Oh, look, so I think you should wash it at least 100 times maybe to got some, I know. But really, I have the same t-shirt. This is my favorite t-shirt. I'm wearing it so often. I have 2 of them. And actually, from the point we dropped this t-shirt, so it was kind of year and a half ago, for this year and a half, I didn't buy any black t-shirt because I just have this one. And it's not about I'm the brand owner, so I just need to have only this t-shirt. That's not like this. I'm still buying another brand because I need to check their quality, check how the style looks like on me, how it's in terms of washing process, how many wash they can still survive, yes. So I'm buying a lot of stuff, but in terms of black t-shirt, I was I don't need a black t-shirt. I still have the first and the best one, and I just need to switch them. I have one in a small size and one in a large size, just to fit different styles and different outfits, and that's it.
Yeah, I really like that you offer the basics that can go with everything, and if they're good quality, then why not wear them all the time? Well, the conversation was great, and I really appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you for the invitation. It was really good experience for me. It's really something I needed because it's something new. So hope our audience will enjoy it as well.
Yeah. So to end, I'm gonna just ask you a couple this or that questions.
Oh, let's do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Early mornings or late nights?
In terms of what?
In terms of maybe working.
Late nights.
Night out or comfy movie night in?
In.
Classics or limited edition?
Limited edition.
Surfing or volleyball?
Surfing.
Cooking or eating out?
Eating out.
Bubblegum or neutrals?
Oh, no, this is the worst one. Neutrals.
Cropped or oversized?
Oversized.
And the NYC or Prague?
In terms of what? Just like, New York City.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you again so much. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Miners Coffee Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and join us next time as we talk coffee, entrepreneurship, success, and urban lifestyle. Bye!